Welcome everyone to another Blackout Magazine exclusive interview. We are sitting here this afternoon with Miss Major. She is a pioneer transgender activist and elder in the LGBTQ plus community. With over 5 decades of advocacy, she has been a powerful voice for the transgender and non binary rights, particularly for the Black trans women in our community and those who have been incarcerated. As a survivor of the Stonewall uprising and a former leader of the fight against systemic oppression, Miss Major's work continues to inspire and empower future generations in the ongoing struggle for justice and equality. Please welcome Miss Major.
How you do, y'all?
Again, thank you so much for joining us, Miss Major. This is an honor for me to meet you. It has been one of the things I've always aspired to do in my life and to have happen in my life. So thank you for joining us right
Of
now.
course. You're welcome, dear.
So I'm going to jump start with the first question, and I'm going to turn it over to EL for any further questions. Can you explain to us what the Task Force Action Fund is? And what are the key goals you hope it will achieve in the next 5 years?
Oh, 5 years. Well, first of all, they have taken this new, I guess, bill that they're using with Harris and Wolf, and they're running it straight up the pole to break the glass ceiling. And when that ceiling breaks, the next 5 years is going to be hundreds of thousands of young activists and people with a heart for cares about the people on the ground. He's going to also head up to this hole that he's going to create. It's going to be a marvelous, marvelous thing to see. I hope to
Yes,
see. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. It's marvelous.
awesome. Now, how do you believe the power of voting can be harnessed to improve the lives of transgender individuals and others in marginalized communities?
Well, the one thing he can't do is eradicate the vote.
Mhm.
That he'll never do. And so we must vote, vote, vote. That's the one thing we got in our hand that we can take and change the way it's going to be. You know, because if we vote, all of us, just us in general, not the regular population, us, we can change everything that they're going to do in that 2025 bullshit. You know, we can change
Mhm.
all of that around and we can make it so the people on the ground, the people like us who are struggling and trying to make it survive, make us alive, give us hope, give us the reason that we live, that we believe in, this country stands for. It's not just straight people and these you're white, you're right. Bullshit. Have they forgotten that, without us, it would be no country? You know, we put the
Mhm.
nails in the ground. We built this building. So that alone is enough to make us go out and vote. We must
Right.
vote. Get up off your ass, get counted, get numbered, and then go vote. Is so, so important.
Right. Very
Yes,
important.
indeed.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. As a young fella, as a young fella out here trying to make a difference, what what would be your advice to get people? Because I see I come across a lot of resistance amongst my own community to advocate for ourselves here where I'm in the South. Um,
Me
and
too.
so, and so sometimes I find it extremely hard to motivate my community to stand up and speak where our voices need to be heard. What would be your advice um, to just push forward and continuing in what I'm trying to do?
Well, that's what you got to do. Keep going. If the people don't want to get up and speak, that's fine. But find the ones that do and motivate them. If they don't want to get motivated, that's fine. But remember, this comes down to two things which are going to vote: the insane and the sane. Now, are they going to be insane? Well, fine, honey, bye. If you're sane, to follow that, because that's what it comes down to. This good and evil and good. Fuck that shit. Concentrate on what it is: sane versus insane.
Right.
That's it. There's nothing else to think about, and if you give it too much thought, it blows their mind. So fine, blow their own mind, not yours, and keep on going, because you keep going will show them that it's got to stop that bullshit, and then they'll
Yes,
get.
ma'am.
If they don't, it's got to leave the station.
Right.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
there's something in New York State called the GERDS Act. Um, it's the Gender Identity, Respect, Dignity, and Safety Act. It's
Mhm.
about making sure that transgender, specifically in one of the um, addendums, they have covering transgender and gender nonconforming individuals in the prison system who are incarcerated.
Mhm.
Um, how do you think that society can better support these things as well as the mental health and physical well being of transgender prisoners, especially those who are often marginalized within the prison system?
Well, first of all, half the people in there is arrested for nothing. I mean, if you look at what they're arrested for, uh, vagrancy, not having enough the money. No one has enough money in their pocket when they get stopped. And
Right.
so they need to wake up and realize if they let these people out, the world will benefit from it. Not
Hmm.
just a few people. All of the people will benefit from it, you know.
Hmm.
And that we're a part of everything going. Every doctor, lawyer, social worker. It is a, a world of everybody working together. Now they want to stop it, then let them try, because
Hmm.
we got a chance now more than ever to break that glass ceiling and go from there to God knows what it's going to be for us to transgender people. Because, you know, where would the world be if we did not exist?
Right.
It wouldn't be
We're everywhere and in everything.
everything. Everything,
Mm,
yes.
yes.
That is a
Mm,
fact.
yes.
Did you think in your lifetime that you would see our progression to where it is now?
Yeah, I saw it, but every few years, this hand pops up, and it tries to push us down. Well, we bite that wrist. There's no hand, so it tries again. No, it's going to keep coming up. you know. But as long as
Mhm.
we're willing to fight for it, fight, fight, fight. Don't let them just come along and wash us away. Because guess what? We're not going to be washed away. We're not going back. We're not going to take this bullshit anymore. We're not going to
Mhm.
take that insult anymore either. You know, it's over. They might as well stop it up and begin to go forward. And
Right.
that's what we're going to do with Harris. We're going forward.
This is definitely our breakthrough and
Yes, it
our
is.
light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes, and I'm going to go, honey, I'm going through it. Fuck that shit.
Exactly. Exactly.
I waited too long to finally see it really clear. Oh no, I'm not going back.
Yeah. Over the years, like 50 decades, wow, thank you. All over 50 decades of activism. How did you stay motivated in your activism, especially when faced with the setbacks and challenges that it brings when you're a community leader, activist, advocate, what have you? How did you keep that motivation, that push to keep going?
uh, well, you have to stop a minute and take a look around. There are so many wonderful black and brown and any kind of color you want to imagine. They're struggling to do the work.
Mhm.
I can't just leave them there struggling. If I can help, I will, you know. And if someone gets a chance in this to go ahead of me, I'm for it, child, because without them, there's no me, you know. And the fact that so many of the black transgender and brown transgender and the guys, what about the guys? All of a
Mhm.
sudden they don't exist. No, they're right there. Open
Mhm.
your eyes and look, motherfucker. There they are, big as day. Fuck
Yes.
that shit. You know, you can't give up on them. You can't do that to them because they're struggling just like I am.
Mhm.
So I gotta keep going. You simply got to keep going. You know.
I know for myself as a grassroots I have a grassroots organization. I'm a community leader. I know several other community leaders who are close to me, and it just gets taxing sometimes. It gets emotionally heavy because we're bombarded by not only our drive to help better other folks' lives, but at the same time, we're taking so much out of ourselves.
Mhm.
What would you what advice would you offer to a community leader who is feeling overwhelmed in the community that they're trying to serve?
Well, guess what? There's a place that they can go to and relax, think about what they're doing, why they got started with this, and go out there when they're finished and give them complete and total hell. That's my place.
Yeah.
There's no place you can go. You can't
Yeah.
stop and take a break from it and then go back to it. But there is now, you know.
Mhm.
They don't see it, and that's too bad, and it'll keep going. But you got to feel the join nature, walk amongst the trees, kick a fucking tree, motherfucker, move out the way. Anything, to get them to realize that you're here, you matter, you know. And when you do that, you'll see why you got us started with this. Yeah, the girls don't listen. Yeah, they don't have no time. Well, that's good, but you do. So be on time. Be at the place that you say you're going to be. I'm going to meet you at 3 o'clock. Well, be there at 3 because you'll be there and they may not show up. But know for sure someone else will say, well, she was there at 3 o'clock. I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Be there again the next day at 3 o'clock. You'll find that somebody else will come in their place. So that always, always someone that sees you, that knows you're doing the work, that knows how important it is, and in time who knows, you may win this person over. But you got to try. You must always try.
Thank you.
Mhm, of course.
Excuse me. So
Okay.
oh my god. Um. So speaking on self care for those of us who in the fight, what do you do to just relax and be?
What I can be what? What I'm gonna be? I ain't gonna be nothing other than I am right now. This is it. Don't come no different, no shade, no other color. This is it. You know. And when I do have a moment or two, I go out there and run my feet through the grass. I go out and take a tree or bush, I walk around and join nature and breathe it in and take it on. And then I come back in here and I sit down and look at TV. I cuss the motherfuckers who stab some white guy. Oh, you motherfuckers, and go on to my own business, you know. And then when it's said down, when they meet me outside that door, I get my shit together. I get all of my shit all together, and then I go out that door and give them complete and total fucking hell.
Period.
That's
Period.
Yes.
the day.
We'll need that on a t-shirt. Oh man.
Now, Miss
Oh.
Major, I've been in healthcare for a long time. Healthcare is my thing. I'm also a nurse.
Hmm.
How can we as healthcare professionals better support our trans and non-binary elders in our community? And what does it look like? What does that support look like for you?
Well, it's important that you listen to them, learn from them, because they have stories to tell that are completely unbelievable, but they need to be heard. They need to be listened to. Because when I die, who's going to tell it from then on? There's nobody. But if you get it out there, it'll be heard. And it'll be heard again and again. And it'll resonate with the young people because
Mhm.
they need this. Now all of a sudden, grandparents aren't there to do that anymore. What happened to the fact that, it was nice that I had my grandparents tell me, was she remembered picking cotton. What? Oh no, honey,
Mhm.
it died. I died for pick cotton. But we're not a step away from it, you know. So we got to remember that. We need to know what it was like to realize that, women just got the vote. Now wait a minute, what's that all about? When did they stop this bullshit of, oh well, it was lovely back then? It was absolute total hell, Charles. Everybody struggled. Now the white people, yeah, well, they did fine. The men, not the women. Fuck that
Mhm.
shit. All of us need to survive. All of us need to feel good, and we need to get up off our ass, vis- get that, figure out what we got to do to vote, and vote those motherfuckers out. They don't need
Amen.
those seats. They don't need none of that shit. Those motherfuckers in Congress who are in the law, get them out of there. They don't need that shit. They're blocking the future, and the future is coming, whether they like it or not. They're gonna get them out of there. She's gonna break through that fucking glass ceiling, and away we're gonna go. Hooray, fucking Harris!
Right. Yes.
Are you okay, child?
I think so. I'm gonna tell you right, like I was super nervous, but like just your whole vibe and aura, I ain't even nervous no more. Um,
Nervous shit. I don't know what you're nervous about.
it's not every day, you get to share space with a revolutionary, somebody that you honor and respect. So, you know,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, because if it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be a me. There wouldn't be a generations of me's. And so, again, I thank you so much for just never giving up. Because it's easier to say I would like to, but I'm not going to, than to say even though I don't I don't know how this gonna turn out, or I don't know um, if I'm gonna live through this, but I'm still gonna do it, right? Because it need to be done. And so I thank you again for all that you've done for me and for our community as a whole. Um, like when you were in the midst of your advocacy, did you ever think that you would be essentially the mother to generations that
Uh,
you have impacted so many?
well, I knew that some people I would feel that close to me and going to call me mother. And it they're killing people left and right as we go out, you know. And so if they do that, I would take it as an honor that they would do that. Now that it's grown so much, I'm just in awe of the fact that so many other people, the young girls and the young guys, happen to feel that they bestow that honor upon me. And so I would do nothing to shake that or have that disappear, I would take that very, very seriously and do what I can to always support them. Because, whether they know me or not, whether they see me or not, whether they know I exist or not, I'm still there, you know. And regardless of who they are, what they are, who they stand for, what they do, I want them to know there's somebody that they know or not know that knows they will be okay and that someone loves them. That's so important that they have some type of love from them to them, who they are, what they stand for, you know.
Of the
Yeah. Now, I like to know my history. I love going to my elders and hearing about the where we came from and reading up on where we came from. Can you take us back just a little bit? And I know you probably talked about this a million times, but your experience the night of the Stonewall riots back in '69.
The one thing about 1969 that still puts a burr in my saddle is the fact that they never understood what it was for, what it's about, and what they could do to make it better. The gays and lesbians took that from us. When they came up with that alphabet soup shit, if you notice, transgender is fourth in that list. Now everybody can think it about it. Well, lesbian and gays were first. They don't know that for sure. And if they think about it, it was us that was first. You know, T should always be first. Because if you're gay, you can be transgendered. If you're a lesbian, you can be transgendered. If you're bisexual, guess what? You're transgendered. So why is transgender fourth on that list and it should be first? So many people had us, binary, strong individuals like us, have been taken lives and been killed for being who we are. They can't stand the fact that we are true selves. We're unrelenting. We know exactly who we are, and we're going to be it, regardless of what they think they say it should be. And so, for everyone that died, everybody that died, you should take your sorrow, be at home, grieve, go through hell with it, deal with it as you can, and then when you get ready to go out the next day, put your best shit on, put your face on, put your makeup on. Guys, put your kids back together, hit that door and make them pay for everyone they murdered in this world that was not supposed to die, and give them complete, total, absolute motherfucking hell. I
Amen.
don't.
Right on.
That's what I do every day.
Yes, ma'am. I'm telling you, I'm putting it on a t-shirt.
Good.
Put that on a t-shirt. I'll send you your royalties.
Send me one, and if it's cute, we'll get some made.
Yes, indeed.
Only if it's
Don't
cute.
let just one.
No,
No.
we don't.
Got you. Got you. Oh man, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. Um, I always do this thing at the end of my interviews. I say, if there was one word or one quote or one statement that you could give to our readers to inspire them into the next day, what would it be?
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Look, all that shit I talk about, it don't come for nothing. You have to fight for it. And I'm going to fight.
Amen.
Yes.
I'm gonna fight with you.
There you go. God damn it. They ain't getting with nothing. I love you. Mwah.
I love you too. Yo, just like Christmas came early.
It sure
Yes.
does every day.
Amen.
Every day.
Well, um, you got any final questions or comments, sis?
I actually do. I know you've been through um, a lot of prides, a lot of New York City prides, and I know you were the grand marshal of the New York City Pride this year. Can you share what that experience was like for you this year in New York City Pride?
To be honest with you, no,
Okay.
because it wasn't what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give me, I felt, the respect that I was due.
Mm.
They have a tendency to overlook transgender people, and that included me.
Mm,
I didn't like it. It was just one of those things. Uh, they had me in a car that was not due to, I guess, the times. I couldn't be seen because I was sitting down. You know, uh, there were some good points of being in New York. It's a wonderful place to be, but don't go there expecting it to be welcoming
mm.
because
I'm
it.
so sorry you had that experience.
Uh, I was too, but guess what? I still had a good time. Me, myself.
Good.
I went up to Harlem, yay, and had a ball. So fuck it.
Awesome.
They,
Awesome.
yeah,
So you had your own pride celebration.
it
That's
was,
awesome.
yes, and
Yes.
yeah.
Awesome. So last question, I promise.
No,
How do you hope your legacy is remembered?
I hope people remember that. They have to love one another. I mean, you don't get along with everybody and you don't like everybody. That's fine. But you can still love them for who they are. And they were born just like you were. They have a mother just like you did. They have a dad somewhere in the universe. There's a dad, you know. Love them for that. And let's join together. Let's be one person in this world because everybody is interconnected somehow or another. So love that.
Thank you.
I love you. Take care. I do too.
Thank y'all so much.
All right. And thank you all for joining EL and I and sharing this space with Miss Major. Um, and we'll be seeing you all soon.
Take it
Yeah.
easy, y'all.
Bye bye, y'all. My love to you.